shattering, shattering the part of me. And I can tell.
Good morning, everybody. Today what I wanted to do real quick was show you the deviled eggs that I make every Easter. They are pastel, they are pretty. I know you've probably seen them online. This year I'm going to use a little bit of a hack here. Yeah, I'm going to try using these. I've already tested them as far as dyeing them to see if these would work because they are factory processed. So I just wanted to make sure they would work, and they do. This saves me a step on Easter Sunday morning or Saturday, the day before. Just depends on which day I make them. But it still saves me a step, and it keeps me out of the kitchen longer and able to fellowship with family for more time. Alright, what I have here is containers of dye, and what I've done is I've put a half a cup of water in each one of those, and then roughly 20 to 25 drops of food coloring. A little more won't make a difference. I've lost count because I started talking. It's alright. But a little more, a little less. I think I've actually put a lot more, but that's okay. And then just give it a little stir. Of course, this is the yellow. You can mix the colors to make, you know, exotic colors. You can make the orange and the purples and all of that. And the recipe is usually, I don't know if it's on this one or not. Okay, this is the Great Value brand, which we all know I am a huge fan of the Great Value products, but it does not have the recipes for the colors. But you can look that up online. It's very simple. Okay, so what I do here is I take the eggs, and I've taken out the yolk, and I just put them in. I'm going to make 2 of each color right now to show you. Now, they will go in this food coloring for probably... Okay, and by the way, the red makes pink, so it's really pretty. They will probably go in here for roughly 5 to 8 minutes. It just depends on how resilient the egg is. And they come out so pretty in pastel. I'm sure you've seen these, but a lot of people still don't really know how they're supposed to make them. So like I said, I put them in yolk side up, because if you have any imperfections, you want it to be on the bottom of the egg, because that's the part you don't see. But here is one of the blue ones that I made when I was testing to make sure that these eggs would work. So pretty. And then I just dry them. I don't do it on a paper towel. I use an old but clean dish towel. Paper towel, they seem to stick to it, and they don't seem to stick to this as easy. And you don't have that, you know, those little pieces of paper on your egg, because you don't want that. So I'm going to leave these guys right here for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what else we're going to do. So it's been about 4 minutes, and it seems like the blue is the most resilient, and it takes longer for it. But if you'll see here, you're just going to have to use your fingers. The yellow worked in 4 minutes. Isn't that adorable? So put it yolk side down so that the water and dye will drain out of it. Put it yolk side down on your towel. And then we have a pretty pink one. I don't know how well that'll show up, but it is gorgeous and pink. So let's put that there. Let that one dry. Same with this one. And the green is perfect. It doesn't have to be really dark because it is Easter, so you're looking for more of a pastel color. Get that on there. Almost dropped it. It's pretty green. It can be messy. It can stain your countertops, but you can lay a towel out if you want it to. I'm not really concerned. These countertops are actually supposed to be scratch resistant, and you're supposed to be able to cut on them and all that. So I do. I just have a clean surface and I cut on them, but I don't have any big scratches in my countertop. I have a few, but not too many. Alright, I'm going to leave the blue in, the 2 blues, just for a minute. I'm going to leave those in. And I want to show you how I make the filling. I did a little prep work, so we could make this to, you know, where you could watch it for a couple minutes and then be done with your day here. But what I've got here is about 2 tablespoons of Duke's mayonnaise. Any mayonnaise works, guys. I'm just a big fan of Duke's. And then I've got about 1.5 teaspoons of regular yellow mustard. And then I've got yolks from 4 of the eggs. Yes, 4 of the eggs. And I do have extra eggs on hand. Let me slide this out of the way and just show you really quick. Just cut the egg right in half. That's what I like about these prepackaged boiled eggs. They're perfectly cooked. So I'll use 1 more yolk, and then make sure you get off any of the yolk that is stuck to your egg, because if there's any stuck to it, the dye won't set there. So I'll stick that in the green, and then this one I'm going to toss it. So, and then just make sure, like I said, you got all these pieces off, at least on the part that shows. It doesn't really matter so much inside the hole, but let's just make sure we got it. Now I'll make another yellow one. Okay, what I got here now is 2 tablespoons of dill pickle relish. You can use sweet if that's what you like. And then 2 tablespoons of finely, can't stress that enough, diced onion. It's they're almost the same exact size as the pickles. So I'm going to put that in, and I always use my spatula, waste not, want not. You will have filling left over, but I got a little trick here. I'm going to tell you about it. The filling that you have left over, if you want to take some boiled eggs and chop them up and mix it in with this filling, you've got egg salad for sandwiches. It's that way you're not wasting anything. All right. Right here, what I've got is 1/4 teaspoon each of salt, pepper, and Greek seasoning. It adds a little something to it that just is, I just personally like it. You can omit that if you want to. All right, there we go. Then just a fork. No special kitchen gadget needed for this. And mix it all in there. Break up those yolks. I'm actually not a fan of the yolk if I eat like just a boiled egg, but inside of egg salad or deviled eggs, it doesn't bother me, because you can't really taste just the yolk. Now, if it seems a little loose, because sometimes it will, you can add a couple of more yolks and it'll actually thicken it up a little bit. And this is actually a little looser than I wanted it. Give it a stir here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yolk and I'll put it right in there just like that. And then I have the yolk left from 1 more egg that I've got here. I think it might be too because my mayonnaise was warm. It was a fresh jar of mayonnaise. So that might have something to do with it. It'll set up as it cools in the fridge. And I'll make 2 more pink ones. Stick them in the pink. So we're just going to crush that up a little bit. Mush it up, crush it up. I'm all full of technical terms this morning. And that has worked a little bit. That's helped. So, and it won't really alter the flavor. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here just for a second. I'm going to stick this in the fridge for about 10 minutes. I'll get the rest of the eggs out and then I'll show you how I finish them up. Okay, so my filling has set a little bit and my eggs are just about dry. So we're going to go ahead and fill them. I have my egg platter here for Easter. Usually I would pipe this in, but I'm not going to be using all of it, so I'm going to make some egg salad for lunches this week. So I'm just going to put a little bit in each egg. That way I'm not trying to take it back out of the bag to make egg salad with. And then we just put a little olive right there. So let's do a blue. And some of you might ask where I got this egg platter. I can look on the back of it maybe and see if I can find something. But I actually, this is actually a thrift store find. I got it, years ago. But I can look on the back and see if I can find a maker I've never looked before. And if I find something, I can link it for you down at the bottom. All right, there's a pink one. Okay, go ahead and fill the rest of these up, guys.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
And that's really it, guys. They are so pretty. I hope you can really see it against this this white plate. I've dyed my fingernails all kinds of crazy colors. So anyway, I hope you guys like this. I hope you try it, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know you're there. And I promise you, in the next couple of days, we're going to have another recipe just for you guys, and most likely for Easter. I hope you guys have a blessed week and a very happy Easter. Bye-bye.
Made of glass, it's